I made it on the Imberbus Day Imber. This is the next set of buses coming along. There's a modern bus there at the front and an old Routemaster at the back. And another one at the back there. So just walk along the main road down towards these houses here. The church is up on the right, so go there later. Coming up to some buildings. I think this is the end, one end of Imber. It looks like they put a car park today. So I wonder if these buildings were actually here when they had to leave and walk. The bus came by. So we can have a look inside. No entry. Allowed in. See if we can get a bit closer what's inside here. Maybe people used to live here. Yeah. A fire there, and that upstairs. Oh, like a little house on the prairie almost. Amazing. That's American Road, that one. This is the end of the village here. Amazing. Oh, look, there's a date sign on that one. 1880 something. My eyes are not very good at that. 1880 maybe. Traffic jam now for this road. It's like just like a normal country lane here. Here comes another bus. It's not a bad little road for running onto this bit. It's amazingly hilly on the way from Warminster. Buses were struggling a bit on the uphills. There we go, that's a nice one. I'll get that one back later on, or one of them. What's the time? I think I need to get the bus back at about 5:15, so I don't get quite appreciation for how rural this is here. There literally is nothing coming around. Let's just see where they put the car park for future reference. So I've got my map out to show you exactly where we are. There's another bus coming. Seen so many buses actually in Wilts and Dorset. Normally it's a joke that you get one on a Tuesday and back on a Thursday, but There's almost more buses here than there are on Oxford Street in London. Oh, there's the car park up there. So here we are on the map. Let's zoom out a bit. So let's come out, let's go into, there's Imber. If we pan left a bit, we eventually get to Warminster. So you come up, I parked at Warminster Station and then got the bus up that yellow road that goes past Warminster Training Centre, and then that sort of road that looks like a track for all the danger. There's a sort of an entrance at the point to say whether you're allowed in on a particular day. So clearly I'm right to the edge of Imber village now. So okay, just up here's the car park. You start to get more of an idea of the exposed nature of it now when you get up here. Let's see if we can get a view a bit further up. Then we're going to take a look at the church on the way back. So I thought if I was really pressed for time I would actually drive straight here, but I thought, well, part of the idea is to get the bus. It was £2 single on the bus and then £2 obviously back, so not bad. That is your Oyster card, obviously. But yeah, this is sort of an idea of the exposed nature of it. When you're on the bus, when I was on the top, you can kind of be right at the top of the hill looking down, and it's really undulating as well. So I think one of the bus stops is obviously in the car park, so it's just waiting there. So let's just see if we can watch further past here. Can we get so there I am now. Looks like there's a track on the right. Yeah, let's see where that goes. It's possibly out of bounds, but it may show something interesting. Bit of a park and ride. Yeah. It looks like we start to go up now, up this hill. When we get to the top of there, maybe to get a better view just to see how we are. Oh, okay, yeah, and the track on the right. It's out of bounds, isn't it? In fact, it doesn't seem to, because there it is there. Kind of looks as if it goes somewhere, but it looks like it's just like a tank track. Oh, okay, so it routes around and then that track that you can see in the distance up there. So let's get to the top of this hill, and that's probably a good viewpoint. Take a look at my Garmin, see what the elevation is at the moment. Put it on running mode. Elevation field. Elevation. Where's that elevation field? No, let's put an elevation field on. I'm setting this data screens. Speed, heart rate, okay, let's just use one of these. Elapsed time. Elevation, and that's 129. Is that meters or feet? Let's just check what units I'm in. Settings. System. Units, elevation meters. Okay, so let's go back to the meters. So there we go, 124 meters at the moment, and we're climbing up, so we may get to about 150 or so by the time we get to the top, if it recognises it. Maybe not much. to the top of here, you can start to see now the real terrain, how really desolate and undulating it is. And now as we've sort of gone past the village, you can't really hear anything. There's one chap up ahead, but I can't really hear anything now. I don't think there's any mobile reception at all. There we go, no service, so even though I'm top of a hill and only about, I guess 5 miles from Warminster, there's nothing, no reception at all. So if you get lost around here, you're not going to be able to call for help. Of course. How much further are we going up? So we're up to now 134 metres. Looks like it's the top of a, I don't know, maybe it rises up more around here. It seems to level out a bit now. So the main road's to the left there, and then there's a little track going to the right, which is another one that's out of bounds, which soon goes into a gravel track, looks like. So the map's saying 130 metres and the Garmin's saying 135, so it's not far out, is it? Probably not in the right place. I'll just see if I can. Oh, there's a sign here. What's it saying? What is it saying? Still rises up. Big bend. You can see some stuff in the distance there, like almost like a porter cabin or something. I wonder if we get to the top. I don't have time to go to the church. I don't go too far. I think my heart rate's wrong. I've got my. Is that right? Can't be right. It's obviously my optical heart rate. I expected it to be more like about 100, 110 if that. If I was walking. If I was really 153, I think I'd be absolutely flat out running. So let's just pan out the map a bit. And now, literally, well, the car's gone. You can't hear anything again. Look at that little ride out, cycle ride or run through here and get my out together. I might even come back another day. I don't know if it's open actually, because there's a special bus day today, which has attracted lots of people. But how often you can actually use this access road, I think I'm not sure. I'll have to go and look that up. There's one of these hills that seems like if you're running or cycling, or worse running, it just seems like where's the end of it? And you think, oh, am I ever going to get to the top? So what do we know? We're now 144 metres. So I did say 150, didn't I? So let's see if we can crest that top of the hill and get a bit of view down. So let's just center this map again. So if we're looking down there on the right, what is that down there? It looks like a sort of well-defined road, isn't it? But I guess it's that track there from Chapelton down. I guess kind of an important access road when they're doing exercises. Right, if we get to about where that car is now, then we can happily turn around. It's still going up. There's a track here. It's not even marked on the road, on the map. Looks like a few tanks have been up here at some point. I must say finally my Achilles do seem to be feeling a bit better. I had a good treatment on Tuesday when we were repoting. I've been kind of careful not to actually run, which is kind of hard because you always think, oh, I need to just have a little run. Like today, I would kind of just probably just park the car and go out for a little run just for the hell of saying a run here. But I could do that, but I think there was really a point. So, we've now got to 153 metres. So let's have a nice little gentle wander down. But maybe I need to sort of turn on the Garmin and do a little jog back. There's another bus coming. That's a mixture of old and new buses, and I suppose there's only so many old buses they've had, and I think because they kind of stopped about halfway to let loads on. I think one bus has actually broken down. So yeah, there's a group of 4 youths got on, and they said to me, "Where's this bus going, mate?" And I said, "Oh, Imber." He says, "Where's that?" And I said, "Well, it's sort of middle of nowhere." And then the conductor came round and sort of realised that, I don't know, I think they just got on a bus thinking it was going somewhere they wanted to go. Of course, they didn't have any money, so basically booted them off. But you're thinking, well, why would you just randomly join a bus? You know? I'll just sit on this bus, see where it goes for an hour or so. Bizarre. Anyway, okay, so no, we really are middle of nowhere, aren't we? The bus coming. So it just seemed to be a huge amount of buses. We're now 159 metres. Oh, there's an open top bus. That's quite cool. Where's that going? Warminster Station. And another one. Warminster Station. So I hope they haven't all gone when I get back. There's a fair few on these buses as well. Like in sort of terrain, you kind of thinking, oh, I just walked up to here thinking there'd be something interesting, and of course it's just random nothingness, isn't it? Just a load of grass. Reminds me of some of the places up near Winchester we used to go as a kid. Furley, something down, I can't remember what it was called now. But I imagine in the winter that must get really boggy if you actually went off-road. Because there you can see, like, that's quite rutted, isn't it? And they've obviously had some sort of 2 tracks through there, which I kind of imagine that the off-road vehicles or tanks would actually go on. Right, where are we in the map here? I'm actually coming up to a junction here, West Lavington Down. How much further is that? Let's just go to this map. 171. So how far have I gone? Okay, so well, maybe I will go to that junction then for the hell of it. I may need to do the run back. I've got some sort of vague trainers on, not really running shoes, but they're I'll probably do. I think I might just do a run for the hell of getting a Strava one on there. So, yes, do that. Let's walk to this junction and we'll jog it back because it will be raining downhill, and it's probably about a mile. How much further we're going to go here? Half a kilometre. That's the yellow scale. That's probably about another 600 metres, isn't it? That junction. Is it that car over there? It seems a long way. I think there's a bus at 5:15 back to the station and 5:45, so kind of, I'm not sure I get it now. Okay, on the map we're about to reach the end of that sort of line of trees, so that line of trees is kind of the other end of where I want to get to. abandoned vehicles there. What's this? Some sort of milk float, isn't it? Sorry, cows. So I think we're now about to go to power save. There we go, heart rate's back to a more normal 89. Suddenly it's not so unfit, I'm into double figures walking. Oh, there we go, it's a nice little we're at the edge of these trees now. So let's get to the end of these line of trees and then up the junctions to that. That really is so deserted. I guess so. I mean, it must be in the winter. That must be like totally green, because at the moment it's sort of totally brown. We've had a bit of rain in the last 2 days, so it must have been even browner a week ago, I'd say. So I imagine that must get pretty muddy in parts. Oh, there's no tree cover, is there? So you're kind of thinking incredibly windswept. It doesn't feel that windy at the moment, unless I've got the wind behind my back. A bit of rustling in the leaves there, but not too bad. So I'm about to hit a clump of trees on the left, which you can see on the map there, which I'm almost aligned with, so I'm nearly there. What's the time? 4:45, or maybe I'll get the 4:45 one back. It'll take about 2 hours to drive back. I've just been back for 8 o'clock curry, so I did stop on the way somewhere. Amazing number of Starbucks there on the A303. I passed 4 if you count ones being. 2 all looked open, and there was 2 opposite each other, which looked like they were in the process of opening soon. So I do like to stop at the old Starbucks for a nice coffee and a bit of Wi-Fi and stuff. So, yeah, fortified yourself with a coffee and a bun. Right, where are we? Are we almost at this junction yet? No, we can almost now see it, which I think is hopefully a fairly high point. I wonder if we've got any phone reception yet. Oh no, we've now got 4G. So let's post my Instagram photo from earlier when I took one on the bus. Here we go. Sending. It was a reminder of the British Speed Golf Championships, which I've done a couple of times. Sadly not going to be able to do it this year. I just don't feel that well, they're going to be away. I did actually sort of think about staying back and doing it, but my golf's probably going okay. Had a few reasonable rounds. Handicap's still going up, but had that hole in one, didn't I, a few weeks ago. But running is yeah, it's not great, is it? So I haven't really actually run since early July now. So I think what I'll try and do is I'll try and rest up from running, apart from this little jog I'm about to do, until I go on holiday in September, and see if I can do a few easy ones. So I just really need to be more sensible and just not launch back into it. I mean, I think literally will have to be a few sort of 20-minute easy runs, and I may have to forego a few Strava attempts this time. I'm trying to hire a bike again, so so if I hire a bike, then I'll be less tempted to want to do too much running anyway. There we go, there's a cyclist coming. So. Well, there's the bus I came on. Alright, we'll go to this junction, but that'll be a good point to... So if I run back down the hill from here, which I think it'll be downhill but I have the wind in my face, so can't know everything. There's a chap cycling up. Looks like quite a steep drop actually there. So I think this must be pretty much the highest point you get. What height have we got? 174, 173. So on the map it'd say, what did it say on the map? 171, so that's pretty good, isn't it? Oh no, 172, and actually we're slightly going down the hill now. So I think the road clearly the road goes off to the right. That's no entry. The one on the left is no entry. There we go, there's another bus coming up the hill. Follow that bus back. I don't know how much. 7-1. Oh, so it's actually 171 exactly on the thing, so I've got it exactly right. It's amazing. Right, we'll now put my phone away and we will actually, let's actually do a little jog back. I'm actually looking back round, you know, so I know you don't notice, you've actually realised you've actually come down quite a lot of hill there, so we'll start here on this post. So now we then swoop right down to the other end. So where does this actually go? Let's have a look. If we pan out a bit. Okay, so it's not actually too far. You reach back to a yellow road. I think there's some sort of bus terminus at Gore Cross that you can see on there, which is kind of on the side of the A360. So we've walked from there, from Imber to there. And it's about the same distance again to Gore Cross. So yeah, if I was actually running, that would be a nice little run. Maybe park up at Gore Cross, run here and run back, or Warminster and back. Pretty keen. So let's put the phone away and do my first. I'm actually on the running. Looks like I'm actually on the running mode. Yeah, run. Right, let's do a little run. Very gentle. Oh, it is rather windy this way. Oh, I've got my running dynamics pod connected. That must be in my bag. So that's going to be totally useless. Actually, this kind of reminds me of when I used to run from home to the station with a bag. If I was late, I had to pick up the pace. Actually quite windy this way. Once we get over this little ridge, at least we'll be downhill, I think. There we go, it's me. Well, should be running, so don't tell Sue. Don't tell Phil, because he'll tell Sue. Here's a bus coming. Where's that one going? Reason Bottom, good name. So I don't feel too bad about my legs running. I can feel if I do too much they would start to ache, but I think having walked a bit it helps. So how far did I reckon this was? So we've now run 0.2 of a mile. I've only got an iPad in my backpack and a few bits and bobs, so not too bad. Unexploded bomb. Do not leave the carriageway. Look at those nettles and high grass, then wasn't intending to anyway. Come to that, there's that little path there. Looks inviting, doesn't it? Straight down there, then straight up again. So when I close to a mile it'll be. Doing a mile run would be a nice little thing to say. Actually holding this camera. It's got a little shorty selfie stick which helps. You've still got to basically run with one arm locked in. I don't know if Stephen Cousins does it when he does his ultras. I guess he puts it away for most of the run. Probably run 100k in 12 hours up bloody sides of cliffs, holding your arm out constantly. I just don't think so. So I've probably gone half a mile yet. Now I've actually started to come downhill. So what elevation are we at? 165. Yeah, I think we actually started to drop down now. So a bit cloudy now. It's going to rain any minute. I think my heart rate will be quite high. Just because I'm not I haven't really run at all. I've joined the Swift Academy rides on Swift, obviously. Got to do 16, I've done 6 so far. 10 workouts, 4 group rides and 2 races. So I've done 3 workouts and 3 group rides. And the races start next week, so there's a 10-mile time trial as one of them. So we just see what I could do on the turbo Tax Neo 2220 I did last season. I haven't done any this year. I don't think I will this year. I kind of thought the running was going okay. January time, I got down to 18:59 at the Worthing Park run, and then I didn't really ever progress from that, unfortunately. I did a 3k on the track, which is first to worst almost a minute, and there was actually a slower pace in the 5k I did a couple months earlier, so that was kind of depressing. I did a slightly better at the Westminster Mile, and I did 5:29, but it's still over half a minute slower than I was a few years ago when I still could break 5. So I think trying to put the training onto an injured person, it wasn't really going to work, was it? And where I'm coming from, it seems like a long way back to the village now. I've done. How far have I done? 0.7 of a mile. Can't be too much further to run. Well, certainly get a mile in because we're at 0.82 now. Where are we going? Are we going left or right? Can't really tell when you get to the bottom of this hill. Danger, no public road ahead. Oh, it's like following to the right. Oh, I think I can see a building in the distance though. Maybe it's about half a mile back down to the village. It's a good job I run actually, because I was running almost an 8-minute mile. a special diversion to camera in the first place, isn't it? Maybe it's the only sign they've got. The only sign they've got. Elevation we at now? 118. Oh yes, we were at 171, didn't we? We got to the top of that junction, which was slightly lower than we were at the peak. So I think we'll now start to hit the flatter ground as we come past the car park. Bus. I'll let him out. He's going to let me out. So the bus will overtake me. Let me see the bus in the background there. Right, how far do we run? I'm now holding the bus up. So I come to the middle of nowhere, ended up doing what I do in central London, running sort of for a bus, although I don't think I shall get on that one. Let's see if we can do a mile and a half back to this junction. I'll probably be in a Strava segment actually, if it's not a crate one. 15 miles an hour as we approach Imber. That's back to that house on the right that we're peering, so almost back. Stop, I wonder if they actually closed that gate, it looks a bit rusted. Oh, a green bus. I think they're even older, aren't they? Or is it just painted? American Road. My legs are burning now. It's alright. It's not bad shoes to do jogging actually. I got my orthotics, well not sort of arch support insoles that Mark Booth gave me at Wooden Limits, so they kind of help a bit. Right, this is where we need to get the bus pack from. Let's go to the church. There we go. Let's get a view of this church. Right, it's not so much, 1.7 miles. So let's see if we can have a look inside the church. Someone would be interested in that. We can get in there. Don't be too rude and point a camera in front of it. It's quite busy inside. Postcode for Imber. No phone reception either. Well, yeah. Seats, I suppose they do have services. Right. So I've had a coffee in the church, and the next bus goes at 5:45, and we're now 5:23, so I'm a bit of a wander around up this way, which I haven't been to yet. See what's up here. It's on a fairly flat bit through the village. So all these buildings here look quite new on the left. It's almost like they were built just for military exercises. Do you think? Just the shells of them left. I'm not actually allowed in there, of course. Oh, these look a bit more. Oh, they all look the same, don't they? I've got a number on them. Kind of small. They must be used for exercises, for house-to-house combat type exercises. Windows open, kind of. I guess how it would be in a sort of war zone. That you wouldn't have so many windows; it would be shot out. Maybe we'd have some, I suppose. But reminds me a bit of Longmoor, because if you go into there, you can kind of get near to the zone there. There used to be an old running track, so I checked that out one time, and there was a load of sort of houses like that there, and there's almost a bit of railway track still, because it was an old railway, of course. I had a few sort of carriages up on the embankment. So a load of them. I can't believe they were abandoned in 1943. They look like they were built in the 70s. So I wonder if trying to find a building which actually did exist in 1943 when they had to abandon the place. I think we found one earlier higher up the other way, which said 1880, the one we peered into. Let's see if we've got time to walk up to these ones. I wonder if you're actually allowed to park here some days when it's open. Sign says. Welcome to Imber. So there we are. I'll come from Warminster down there, and I walk to about that point there, which is 171 West Lavington Down, which is right at the top of the hill, and it seems to then swoop down back into Gore Cross there, which is on the main A360. Yeah. So there's the buildings over there. Let's go and take a quick look at those. kind of expected the roads to be a lot worse quality because it's abandoned. I think it's obviously, although it's not abandoned, it's kind of hugely used by the military, because we've actually passed a military base just very shortly on the route out. It kind of leads onto this road. So within sort of half a mile of the station, there was a huge barracks. There's a path that goes up there. No, but most of these things like that. Tower Junction. Yeah, it's do not enter all over the place. So again, these buildings look like they were not that old, aren't they? I'll have to read up later to see what's going on. Oh, this is more interesting here on the right. Maybe more of a... what's this here? Imber Court Farm. Now clearly this existed back in the day, didn't it? Selfie stick here type shorty. Let's see where we can get a view over the top. Notice, what does that say? Probably keep out in so many words. There's like a little hide there, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. That looked like a sort of an old, quite a substantial house back in the day, wasn't it? It was a farmhouse. This was Imber Court and Farm. So yeah, if you live there, you probably were rather disappointed to have to move out. I wonder how much compensation they got in the war. I mean, you kind of think in the war, you wouldn't exactly get market value for something, would you? Yeah, if you compare that house with those, that's just ridiculously different design, isn't it? Time here because I think that's sort of almost nearly the last bus. I'll need to be home by 8, so I need to crack on. There's quite a lot of traffic going through Stonehenge today when it goes into one lane, so I'm hoping by this time of day it will be cleared out a bit. It's usually on Saturday, it's usually the quieter day. So where does that go? Does that go into any housing? Back of the manor, I suppose. Now this one was clearly an older house, wasn't it? Number 43 here. Bell Inn. Oh, that was the pub. Amazing. 1840 to 1943 was a house. Philip Flower. Is that the guy who lived there? So this was the Bell Inn. Doesn't look like an inn, does it? It just looks like a house, which I suppose always just said it was. Let's see if we can get a peer through this thing here. Baptist Church, graves only. I guess that was the Baptist Church. It looks like we can wander up here. So they're saying that was the Baptist Church? See, like this some sort of bricked in window there, isn't it? Oh, they've done it. But you wouldn't put that as a pub, would you? But I think they just said it was more like a house. So presumably this is the what was the Baptist church. So we've got, they would have had two churches in a small village. There was as many churches as villages. Baptist Chapel, demolished 1977. Oh, okay, 10 headstones survive. Let's have a quick look to see what we can see in here. I guess if you were the relatives of the some of the people buried here, they have to leave it open for them, don't they? There we go. It's rather nettly. I don't think I'll go all the way down there, but amazing. I wonder if that tree was... So presumably we're kind of coming into where the building was, about here, I suppose. And that must have been the place at the back. I mean, Baptist churches aren't traditionally that big, are they? There's not too many Baptists. Well, it's only Baptists. But one would assume those trees were actually outside the building. Look like they'd been there some years, isn't it? Yeah, fascinating. So we better start wandering back because the bus goes in just over 10 minutes. And it might be a few more on it because there's so many now. Well, I wonder how many people actually come on the bus. It was quite busy, and there was supposed to be about 20 to 30 people on the bus. We came out. Let's just see if we can peer in this window here. Maybe a little opportunity to have a quick look. Keep out. Wonder what that was there. Big graffiti on the walls. So 1943. That's I don't know, 75 years. My maths right? It's a long time, isn't it? What was that building? Incredibly low. I would have struggled in these day and age, wouldn't it? I know, I could barely stand up in there. Imagine that filled up with smoke on a Saturday evening. I guess a place like this, it was pretty popular at some point. Right, nip through here, well, I shouldn't do. Here comes the bus, and maybe that's the one I'm getting back. No, he's going to go across. Yeah, so it was an inn for 103 years. It was a house for 71 years before that. I've got a camera from here. Very dark. You've got police tape everywhere. It's probably more military, wouldn't it, rather than police? Eight council houses, 1930. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. So they built these council houses. That's why they're more modern. So they built these council houses, and they were lived in for like 5 years. So maybe they weren't purpose built. Just a quick wander through this gap, I can get a view of them. 8 council houses. I'm not quite sure what constitutes a house. We've got a 12A and a 12. How many front doors have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that is 8 front doors. Is that right? Yeah, probably 2 buildings and 4 houses, I guess. So yeah, that explains part of that then. They were built just before the war, and 5 years later they were able to move out. Yeah, you got 4 doors there, haven't you? Must be. So I wonder what 42 means in 12A. So you've got it's a different type of numbering. This road looks almost table flat, and yet the rest of it is kind of anything but. Right, here's the other buildings. So symmetrical design, isn't it? Yeah, you can even see the stairs there, just in that Right, how are we doing? Almost time to sign off now, I think. Danger, no public access. They really don't want you need to go up there over those concrete bollards. I guess they're worried about actually travellers actually there. Get up on there. I wonder if they have a travellers problem here, because it'd be kind of like day when it's open, they would just steam in, wouldn't it? It'd be very hard to get rid of them. We just had travellers in Claygate, so I think it's what kind of place that they be able to get into quite easily. Although, having said that, you've got a huge amount of military there, so folks with a guy with a gun looking at you. Maybe not. Now, then, I see if we missed a sign saying what these houses actually are. I might explain. I missed the bus, but I think we're almost back to the bus stop. Now, does this say what this is? This is danger, no public access. See if we can spot a sign saying what these buildings were. Oh, it's actually got a road up through there. It's almost like a housing estate, isn't it? Maybe they were built at similar time as those other ones. I have to read up on that. I don't see a sign here saying what these were. This is danger. There we go. There's a bus. They do look like they've sort of purpose built as a housing estate, don't they? So you kind of think they wouldn't spend all that time putting in what looks like access for just to be exercises. So maybe they were sort of also council housing. Let's see these signs saying what they were. I'll have to read up on that. There's a load of buses back, so hopefully I'll be able to find some sort of space to get on. No, they don't tell you what these were, do they? Out of bounds to track vehicles. But yeah, it's a substantial number of people would live here. I mean, you'd get a couple of hundred in there, I suppose, if you've got all these different ones. Sackhill, Imber, Gore Cross. This old Liverpool Street bus, blimey, it's like Sherlock Holmes stuff, vintage.
Yeah, this one's, we're going up to the Park and Ride, then we go up to Gore Cross, we then turn around from Gore Cross, then we come back here and go back. Yeah, I want to go.
Another look at this bus. Carry 25 persons.
You get on if you want.
Oh, okay, thanks. Beware of pickpockets. Right. Smoking and spitting inside this bus are prohibited. Huh. Amazing. It's on the top. Any chance? Right. Struggle to get up here with the bus. To carry 9 persons. 9? Seat each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. So you're only going to have 1 person per seat. Right, I need to reverse back down here, I think. bus, so it's a quick view from the highest of these houses from the top. Council houses that we established look like similar brickwork to those other ones, don't they? So maybe they were built. There's the old pub, the Bell Inn, and then you've got the Baptist Church, or the site of it, there with a few graves left. Basically the edge of the town, I think, or the village rather. Church when it rises up, so quite nice views down, sort of see how desolate it is. There's trees at the moment, the bus actually hits through the trees. I thought I was going to not be so good for it. Crossing a cyclist there. There we go, right to the open land now, so we'll start to rise a bit now. Better view of.
You get some tickets, thank you. £2. And this again.
Okay, oh, didn't get a ticket on the way out, so. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Oh, remember these tickets from you, from my own childhood. Yeah. 207 in Ealing. Yeah, we used to sort of the ones like that. Marvellous.
Yes, I think the machine showing its age now.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, we used to get these tickets when we used to go on the 207 up to Ealing Broadway from West Ealing. Huh. God, I wonder, that was probably mid-70s, I guess, when I was about 10 or so. They get to get the way out, so obviously there's only really one stop now, back to Warminster Station, so get a view for now how desolate it is. We're still a bit low here, but when you get up you can look down on both sides. Get the speed, see what speed we're going at. Speed, so we're in a 30 what units I'm in? I think I'm in miles per hour now. 35 miles an hour, so right. Slow down for something. Slow for it's a bit bumpy here. So I think the bus can get up there. Oh, there's a house there. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's must be a technical art of Imber, I suppose. Desolate sort of farm building. That's pretty deserted as well, isn't it? The battery's low, so see how far I can get before I get cut off. There's a river there, valley down below. I think this is where the bus is struggling, because it's quite a steep uphill. looks like a tree growing out there, doesn't it? Is that a toe? Yeah. Kind of looks like it. Sort of was. Yeah. Amazing. So we're convoy of 3 buses. We're in the middle bus. The bus at the front, I took one look at it, full up, so it to the one behind. And there's not much. You get a bit more leg room in this seat at the back. I think we're struggling to sit down into the floor. So nip a seat when I can. Oh yeah, we're well above 200 metres now. There's a lot of buses coming the other way. Amazing number of buses. Look out close that car park. Well, it looks like a car park, doesn't it? Tinker's track, that track road. I think we've hit the top now, so we're at 226 metres. Still going on the battery just about. Just see where we are on the map. It's obviously as we approach back to Warminster. There's one of the church. There's the battle bus, which comes the leaflet for it. Is that the same one? Looks kind of similar, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, it's going to Liverpool Street, so they've obviously put that sign on. Towards Warminster. Where it hits that yellow road is where it sort of goes back to public road again. So this bit obviously is normally closed. It's amazing, that gully there. It's all like Ice Age type stuff, isn't it? Almost like an old railway almost. It's almost like too deep for an old railway. It's probably unsafe to run down there even if you're allowed. An escaped unexploded bomb there. And a huge drop down on this side. So now we're approaching the looks like we're approaching the edge of the restricted area on the map. Oh, so we've got the low phone ceiling. Tracked vehicle route, washdown. Yeah, so it's like a control point there, just at the top of that there. Yeah, imagine that's what we manned by a guard at some point. Private military road, they've even said they've got cameras to catch you. In the back of a bus, you can have the bumps. It's like all the refuelling there. So we're now Warminster Training Centre. Let's see if I can. There we are, we're back into Sack Hill. Oh, okay. This is where we are now, Sack Hill. So Sack Hill is the road that comes out of Warminster up to here. So now we're going down Sack Hill up to. Oh yeah, massive swoop down there into the town. Gosh, that's a big drop. Well, should be a good hill climb up this one. It's rather flat at the bottom, but top. Oh, was going to slightly out, but no, not too bad actually. So Warminster Training Centre on the right here. Nice the main entrance to it, I think. What do they actually call it? Housing on the left here for the imagine for the lonely families. Right, it's entrance here. We get Waterloo Lines, it's called Army Base. Basically, heading back into Warminster. We're heading back to the station where my car still is. Frome bus seems to be a bit lost if he's in Frome. Maybe he goes back to Frome. So where do we go here? There's the station. To approach it from that route up from the north past the library. It's now like a Lidl on the right. So I guess we'll have to go straight on over the railway in a minute. Back round. Let's go over the railway here so we can get a view of the railway to go over. Also, we get a train from Salisbury. I don't really quite enough time for that. I think it only goes every hour, so you don't want to miss it. The station's up there on the left. Now we're back into the main part of Warminster. Lion Seafoods. My mum used to work at Lion. It's the same line. Yeah, Lion Seafoods. Actually, these houses do look quite new, don't they? Probably that new, surely. We're nearly there. So the batch just about Cotton House Gardens. Pax Corner. Waitrose. Lidl. What's that one there? Argos. Going back up to the right here, back up to the station. We're almost there. Let's cross Avenue Court. Warminster House. A bit handy for the railway, not the station. We need to get the bus home. Right, looks like they chuck us out here.
Warminster!
Thanks.
Warminster Station.
Bath last company. That was the first bus, and now you can see, yeah, you can see the three buses now. Get a view from this one. Yeah, these are convoy buses. Right, so this is Warminster Station. So quick see if we can have a. Looks like they've that entrance shut. Yeah, there's a ladies' phone there. So we get a gander this taxi place. Buffet. Probably closed now. Oh, off we there. The station, my car was on the side of the railway. So. There we go, when's the next train? Going to Cardiff. Oh, cancelled, that's not very handy, is it? So that's cancelled as well. So you've got to wait until 7 o'clock. I think there is a Southwestern Railway strike today, so maybe that's why they're all cancelled. A lot of them are. So yeah, it probably wasn't a good day to come on the train. Bit of an offset platform. Let's have a wander up to the edge of the platform now we're here. Still got a bit of battery. So there's only a huge distance between Warminster and Salisbury. I think there were a few stations pre-beaching that they just closed, kind of unusually. They kept the line open but closed the stations. So where are we here? Yeah, so what's the next station up from Warminster? Quite a long way. There we go, Dilton Marsh. Oh yeah, one of those trains that you can request stops, aren't they? And then you come into Westbury. Okay, so all sorts of lines going up from Westbury there. Some of them dismantled. Not to mean any paths there, does there? And then you go up to what have we got here? Go for a big town with no station. Oh no, no, we've got. What's this one? What's this place? Trowbridge Station. Oh, okay, so you've got two lines here.